Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Expeditions Viking. We've just finished our time in Inglewood, where we've rescued the runaway, who had been captured by some bandits of sorts, and it's now time to make our way up to the plains. And I think this is about as far north as we've been, so we don't even know what camps are up here, so we'll have to keep an eye out. Oh, we found a couple of campsites, and I do like going to occupied campsites. And it is, I think, getting closer to us being hungry and fatigued. What do we have? A couple more. Well, let's check this side out while we're here. And yeah, we'll need to heal you up when we camp. Okay, so we do have people here. Level 4, 2, 2, 4, and 4. There's only 5 of them. And we get the first go. They are... You're in hiding. The rest are fully exposed. Not probably your smartest call. Right, I told myself I was going to level up my night vision. We don't need it at the moment, but it is something I should have done. So let's move forward with my character. I can just take you down 76%. We don't have an angle on anyone else. Well, I guess that makes the call for me. I don't know if you guys are bandits or whatever, so I'll go non-lethal. Let's see. The rest of you are not going to be able to actually get in and get involved. Gunnar could get over here. Let's see. You have a sword and a dagger. You've got a sling, you've got a bow. And then you've got sword and shield. Let's move. Huh. He just can't get quite over there. Grr. Alright, then yeah, we'll move Gunnar forward. Which may not be a smart move. We'll move Aegis into cover here. Then Nefya can go into cover here. Then I might send Kettle up here to see what sort of angles he'll get. Actually, that's not a terrible shot. Move you up here anyway. Hopefully we still have some good angles. 85. Or I could just take you out with a 70. Yeah, give it a shot. 70's not great, but I'd rather take out their ranged characters. That's a hit. Lastly, Roskva. Get into some cover. I don't think we need Demoralize. They've got just a single bow, so we'll just go for the damage reduction. Which should help Gunnar if they all gang up on him. Okay. Attack of opportunity. Where are you moving to and why? Oh, you wanted to attack Nefya. Well, that was certainly a choice. And no, you're not getting the flank. Well, I think you all have made pretty poor choices. You have interrupt going. Okay, so if we get too close, we're going to get attacked. Let's have you do a shield hook here. then I can just take a shot there and finish him off. I think, yeah. So if I attack through Gunnar, he takes a hit because of the ability of your spear. It's not great. So instead, charge in. Then you can move off to the side. Same with you, Gunnar. Actually, you can get there anyway. You don't need them to move out of the way. So that's you down. And then Kettle. Let's do a... ranging shot to get you out of cover. And then a long distance aim shot to get some damage in. What are your chances to hit without the aim shot? 65. That ain't bad. But no, we'll go the aim shot, 95%. To get you nearly down. And because there's just a single archer left, demoralize. What about the rest of you? Can you move in? You can. You're demoralized. I'm not actually worried about your interrupt at this point. Then Nefya has some movement left. As do I. Alright. Okay. Well, let's use my ranging shot, get you out of cover again. Because we're not going to get our meleeers involved anytime soon. Still don't have the angle on you, even with an aim shot. But I bet Kettle does. For the win, Kettle. Thank you. Campsite's ours. No injuries, no degraded equipment. No looting the camp, which is always a shame. Now, we've got tons of meat. Because we have gone back to being very swingy on that. We do have some healing that needs to happen, but I think we're going to have Roskva do that. Then you can do some witchcraft. You can do preserving even while you're injured, which is great. You will also do preserving. What else? You're guarding, you're guarding. You are guarding, you're scouting, which is fine. I'm going to help with the hunting. Kettle is also hunting. So we should be getting some meat. A little bit spoiling, but we're preserving most and then getting another batch. So hopefully we get things more even of an equal amount of meat and preserving happening each time. You're wakened in the night to the sound of someone scrambling out of a tent and stumbling over something. Wrap yourself in a pelt and walk outside, or grab your weapon and run outside. It doesn't sound like an attack. Scrambling out of a tent, which means it's one of our allies, and stumbling over something. I'll just wrap myself in a pelt and walk outside. Nefya is standing outside her tent, sword held up close to her chest, pivoting herself around herself with a dazed expression on her face. What's going on? She stops turning and blinks at you, uncertain. I think I was dreaming. You both pause and listen for a few seconds. Not a sound out of place. There's no one here. Nefia finally lowers her sword. Yeah. She shambles over to the campfire and sinks onto a log. Grabbing a nearby branch, she stirs the flames back to life. Are we just wrapped in a pelt at the moment? All right. We'll sit next to her. You quietly join Nefia on the log. The two of you stare into the embers for a while before she speaks. It's been some expedition. Did you expect all this? Something like it. Better than I thought or worse than I thought? I mean, there's been pros and cons to how everything's played out. But I'd say it's more or less gone somewhat equivalent to plan. So something like it. She nods absentmindedly, circling the pommel of her weapon with a finger. What were you dreaming? I was sure there were enemies in the camp. It's good that you sleep lightly. We all should. You have nothing to fear. Adis is on watch. Or just, you should get some sleep. You have nothing to fear. Adis is on watch. I like the idea of we can trust in each other. Sort of the message. She swings her long legs up onto the log and turns, leaning back against your shoulder. You're a good friend, you know that? No better a friend than you are to me. Or I figured you wouldn't have followed me all the way here if you thought otherwise. I'm no better a friend than you are to me. Then I suppose we deserve each other. She slumps down a little and leans into you, resting her head on your shoulder. Another romance option, put your arm around her, or I need to get some sleep. We'll put our arm around her. The kiss itself happens almost without you realizing you're leaning in for it. It's surprisingly tender for such an assertive woman. Your lips part and smile twinkles in her eyes. I was wondering if you'd do that, or when you'd do that. I should have done that long ago. I would have done it sooner had I known your lips would be so sweet. Or just stare at her in stunned silence. I should have done it long ago. Nefia stands up and stretches with a yawn. A note of honey drips in her voice. I'm going back to my tent. You're welcome to join me. With that, she saunters back to her tent with a little more sway in her step than usual. Follow her to her tent, another romance option. Or just go back to our own tent to sleep. We'll follow her. She's invited us, and we are apparently only wearing an animal pelt. It's a night of joyous laughter and awkward fumbling, the excitement and uncertainty of new lovers. Nefia gained morale. Well, I would hope so. The energy of the moment grows to fill the tent. A heady buzzing rushes. A heady buzzing rush that drowns out all fears and doubts. Somehow it feels like it was always meant to happen, here at last, on a hot summer night, in a strange land, that unspoken promise is fulfilled. She is our long-term friend, so it is fitting. And we also made her our banner, whatever the term was called that Asleep thought he should have been. The standard bearer or whatever. A lot of free wood. We've got plenty. And continue on to the plains. Unwavering. For 3 of them. Nice. Oh, before we do that, because I keep saying it, night vision. Yeah, removes the penalty to accuracy during night. Let's grab that before I forget. Now, I don't know if it's nighttime right now. It's kind of hard to tell. But in case it is, and in case we go into an immediate battle, which I doubt we will, then it's good to buy it. It does appear to be nighttime. Find the Highwayman. And this is a new location. Okay. So I want to keep an eye out for everything going on here. Oh, well, that wasn't hard to find. The man in front of the farmhouse looks quite relaxed. Why, West House strangers, we so rarely get visitors out here. He matches Sigga's description, but something is wrong. Why is he wearing armor? Are you Dutta? That's my name. I know why you've come for me, the bounty. Well, I have bad news for you, bounty hunter. Some old friends of mine saw you coming from miles away. They came to help. Poof, they just pop into place. A whole gang of outlaws burst from the small farmhouse, weapons ready for the fight. Sometimes I hate being right. Alright, we do get to go first, though. So, level 8 healer, yikes. 8 defender, 6 skirmisher, 6 rogue, 6 archer, 6 warrior. Okay, so the only 8s are these two. Yeah, we're all level 6s. Not sure what it'll take to get up to level 8. He's wanted dead or alive. But I think we'll go for alive because that's what we've been doing. So I could move him up front to pull the shield out of the way. And then both my archers could get involved. Apparently we can shoot through the side of this house. Which means I could do a quick shot. Both of us could. Can't get the... Can Nepia get involved, actually? Probably not. No. Much too far away. Even if we didn't have the group that she'd have to run through. I was hoping I could get her to stand there because she has her spear that attacks through people, which would be quite nice. Alright, yeah. Gunnar. Let's move you in. Okay, I saw 7 and I was just doing a quick count to make sure I hadn't missed anyone. Pull the shield out of the way. Because he's got tons of absorption, 120 that we're going to have to deal with. Let's ranging shot on you. Then if we do a quick shot, still a 95% on both these shots. I like them chances. Hopefully when you go down, the rest will give up, but I highly doubt it. Oh, come on, Kettle. You're doing so little damage. But that's why we have the quick shot. So that takes the bounty down. Technically at this point we could switch to lethal for everyone else. If I moved you forward, is there anything? No. You don't really have any useful abilities, so I might as well just pull you all the way forward. Possibly here to interfere with their archer, so that they're forced to disengage. And then Nepia could actually go here and attack this person. And that's at least something. Ooh, with a crit. Very good. Then Roskva. They've got a handful of archers left, so I might just go with the demoralize. Oh, that archer wasn't demoralized, unfortunately. Alright. We're all in cover, which is what matters. like our ranged group. Okay. I think that's a good enough turn. Actually, I'll move Roskva forward here into full cover there. And then we'll end the turn. Ooh, crit back.
You're gonna pay for that!
Demoralize, alright. It hit one of the two of our archers. I didn't see who. Okay, it hit Kettle. Oh, come on, you're demoralized. If Nefia was able to take the attack of opportunity, she'd get here and line up a stab on both of them, which would feel real good. So let's have... I was going to say I'd have Roskva do the healing, but I really wanted her to get her shouts in. I could do the healing. Oh, or I could have you do the healing if I take out her with a quick shot, since they're still within the spotted range. So you go down. Then Adis could possibly heal Nefia. You'd take an attack of opportunity, but you've got a shield. I'm going through a lot of extra effort that I really don't need to, just to try and make that attack work. Maybe it's not worth it. It's almost certainly not worth it. Yeah. I'm gonna do it anyway. So you heal Nefia.
I'll help. Great, thanks.
It's definitely not what I should be doing. Then you take the attack for opportunity to line up this attack. Oh, with an interrupt that I wasn't paying attention to. Which missed. Good. Okay. Then she can attack through. Let's move you a step forward, Gunnar. He hits a lot harder, which is why I want to save him to attack one of them. Do you not actually kill here? Yeah, you do. 34 to 38 is the expected. Okay. So then Gunnar can do a charge to get tons of damage in. Perfect. Lastly, Kettle. Do you have a shot on anyone? No. So you're going to have to move. I guess let's move you forward. Then we can move Kettle forward as well to here. You can finish off that archer. There you go. So this archer probably won't do anything, so I don't need to worry about the fact they're not demoralized, because they're almost certainly going to run. And then you can't get close enough to interact with us. So I think that was a fine turn. Yeah. Then let's pull you back into some cover. Yep, you're just running away as expected. Alright, you have a shield, which is a problem. None of my axe users can probably get over there. You have a movement of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. You are even worse because you're just farther out of position. All right. I'll have my archers take out their archer. I guess what's your block chance? Can we actually... 66%. Yeah, shooting you seems kind of pointless. Alright. We'll have you go DR because we're probably going to move people into melee range that won't be able to attack this turn, which isn't ideal. Nefia can attack. If she goes directly there. Technically from a range she could attack one more. So one step out of position is still fine. I'd rather just have you charge. You'll get more damage in. To the shield, unfortunately. Then you... might as well just send you all the way over here. Then where can Gunnar get? He can get to here. Didn't really consider the fact that Nefia is now adjacent while quite injured. How much damage do you do? 36 to 40? Well, no. Yes. No, you do 65 to 71. You have 60 health. Well, but you have lots of armor. He's got a decent amount of armor piercing. Not sure how that's going to shake out, but you might go down, which would make me unhappy. But just for a turn. Which hopefully wouldn't cost us too much. Alright, end turn. Yeah, he does go after... Oh, you really tanked that. I guess your damage reduction versus melee is 87, particularly because of Roskva's shout. Alright, Adis, pull his shield out of the way. You definitely have the least useful attack compared to Gunnar and Nefia. Wow, you do tons... or you have tons of resistance. Let's have you do Thor's favor to boost our meleeers. Okay, not quite down. Kettle, can you finish him off? Almost certainly. There you go. Victory and no one dropped. Good stuff. Highwayman bounty updated, and we did take him down non-lethally for what little that's worth. Balmed mail armor, plus 5 HP regeneration per turn. That is amazing. Don't really care about the Danax, and I don't think that sword is going to be amazing. Birch bow is only 19 durability, which means it's also probably not great. Let's compare with what we've got. Oh, I should also look into what these people have. You're my archer. How's this compare? It's worse. So that can go. I guess it was damaged, so maybe it would have been better. Don't really care about the sling. Actually, it's better. we'll get rid of that sling. I don't care about the Dane axe. The only Dane axe we have is this one, and it's way better. Sword is primarily you. That's a 17 durability. You've got a 24, so it's almost certainly not going to be as good. Did I have anyone else training up on a sword? Your spear, you are... I don't think you were supposed to be a Dane axe user, right? No, you're a normal axe user. Just Dane axe is all we have available. No, I've got a terrible tool axe that I could give you. I mean, if you're using a Dane axe, I might as well have you use the best Dane axe that we have. Yeah. So we don't care about that. We don't care about you or you. That's a knife that's also not amazing. I think this is also much worse. Yeah. And then for spears, that's way worse than yours. Way worse. More damage, way less AP, and crit. So yeah, we'll get rid of that as well. Now here is where things are interesting. HP regen per turn. I might actually want to give that to you because of how much damage you regularly take. Much better damage reduction. Reduction to your movement, which isn't good. But ongoing healing is great. That's worse than yours. That's worse than yours, actually. You have some really good armor. I guess I will take that. You can take that. There. Okay. That can definitely go. Then is this better than... Yes, because you guys don't actually have armor. Awesome. Now back to looting. Because we are in a new area. I guess how big is this area? It's fairly small. I don't know if we're going to run into any other events while we're here. We are getting more herbs, which is good because we were out. Why are you walking all the way around to get to that box? Why can't I walk here? Huh. Like, I can't click on any of these locations. And it's empty. Huh. This whole side here, I can't click on. Like, this is as far as I'm able to walk, and that's just an invisible wall. Although it's telling me that there's a map marker over there, presumably, that I could theoretically click on to leave the map. But the whole half of this map I can't actually go to. Very strange. But that's the end of the plains, which has now disappeared as a location. So I guess next is to make our way up to Perth. Ooh, we got another occupied location. A couple of the occupied locations. So if we ever have a reason to head this direction, no sense going there now just to attack, but surely There's going to be something out in these locations, probably. But yeah, next we'll be heading to Perth, 17 hours away. But that'll be next time. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you guys then. Bye.